Welcome to Girl Talk. Thanks for joining us today. I wish I could say we were in Janet's living room right now. This is beautiful.
Maybe
so
Janet's
nice.
future living room.
Maybe my future living room. We are actually at Rubens Furniture downtown Madison, and it's gorgeous in here. We're loving this sofa here. We're actually going to be talking about sofas and other leather furniture that's going to be on sale. So if you've been in the market, these folks are the right people to help you find the right piece.
They're so, I'm sorry to interrupt, they're so nice. I made the mistake of buying a horrible leather couch many years back. And when you sat on it, it was like stiff as a board.
Oh, no.
And so I was expecting to sit on this one and not go anywhere, but it's so cushy.
You could sink right in.
I know.
So, like, quality pieces.
What do you
here.
say about leather? That you grow into it?
That leather breaks in where or wears in, whereas fabric on furniture wears out.
Gotcha.
So it only just gets better with time, kind of like us.
Yeah, us ladies.
No, but I'm so glad that. And we also will meet JJ. He's one of the interior designers here at Rubens. Haven't met him before. He is super experienced. He's going to be the guy you want to go to with your interior design questions. So. But I'm also so happy we're filming inside today because the mosquitoes
It has been so
have
hot.
been vicious.
It out of nowhere.
Well, 2 weeks ago we had a huge rain where the streets were flooding. We even talked about that. You and I, we were talking about driving in that.
Yes.
And apparently that's
what did it. The
this
bumper
bumper crop of mosquitoes. Yeah, a lot of the standing water. I am one of those mosquito magnets. Are you guys a mosquito magnet?
Yeah.
All of us. So I've always
You're welcome, Madison. We're all taking the hit.
We are, and I've always wondered why. What is it about me? And so I did a little Googling, and WebMD says that these are things that make you a mosquito magnet.
Oh.
There we
Apparently, your blood type. And
Really?
type O is definitely hit the hardest. Is anybody type O?
I'm not.
Because I'm not either.
I've made a few typos. And I'm not
That's a different
typo.
kind.
Okay.
Having even just a single beer
Can't help
will
myself.
make you more of a mosquito magnet. Now, I hope
Really?
you're not having any beers.
Not just one.
Really?
Hot, pregnant women
There we go.
are definitely mosquito magnet
Yeah.
because you have a little bit more emit a little more carbon dioxide, and you have a higher body temperature.
Also a higher blood count, higher quantity of blood in your body. I'm serious, but you actually almost double or triple your blood volume when you're pregnant.
So you're the blood
Wow.
bank,
yeah,
There you go.
basically.
Mosquitoes stop here.
abundance of food.
But what it boils down to is our parents, apparently genetics accounts for about 85% of what makes us desirable in terms of what's on our skin, and they can smell us up to 50 meters away.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
I've also heard that sweat is another variable in what they're attracted to. So I'm outside playing volleyball, drinking beers.
You don't
and gosh, no wonder I'm a magnet.
Right.
you know, we should probably quick touch on some of our guests. We're going to get pumped up about a walk-a-thon that's coming where you get to wear these guys, men wear high-heeled shoes, to walk in a woman's shoes. This is to bring awareness for domestic abuse and support women and children that are affected by that. You don't have to wear the shoes, guys, but listen in if you're interested in checking that out. And we'll also meet with the Wyndham Garden Hotel, the folks out in Fitchburg, and what's new with them.
Some wonderful things going on over there. Not only are they remodeling their Wyndham space, but they're going to talk a little bit about their extended stay and the restaurants that they have.
So most importantly, the food.
We'll talk food.
And that's coming up next, right after this on Girl Talk.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. The four of us, well, five of us actually, are enjoying ourselves here at Rubens Furniture, and it is a lovely set. We've got not only a colorful wall behind us, but two colorful ladies here as well. So we're joined now by Portia and Nicole, who join us from the Wyndham Garden Hotel and returners, and we're glad to see you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to talk about this topic because there's actually more than meets the eye. We've talked about Wyndham Garden a little bit. We've talked a little bit about one of my fave restaurants that's attached as well, and we'll touch on Tuscany in just a minute. because it's a great spot to go. But let's share a little bit about the company. So Hatchery Hill Hotels and Restaurants. You have actually a few different sort of locations and things going on. So let's kind of just start there and explain that relationship and the spots that you have.
Okay, so we have Wyndham Garden, which we've talked about, that's connected to Tuscany. And then right down the street, we have Candlewood Suites, which is more of an extended stay property.
Okay.
So people who are coming to the area for more than 7 days are usually at Candlewood.
Oh, okay.
And then we are opening a new restaurant called the Thirsty Goat, which is also right down the street as well.
I like that name.
Me too. And what a great place. I mean, that area needs it.
Yes.
More
And it's
awesome
formerly
places
known as
to eat.
Casa del Sol. So
Okay.
just in case anybody's confused.
Just
which building
revamping
Got
it.
it. Okay,
Yes.
that's a big place.
Yes, it
isn't
is.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are going to have 2 different hotels, one that's more your typical sort of short-term guest, and then one that is for your long-term stayers, and that's in place. And then you'll have 2 different restaurants as well. So, I mean, pretty much something for everyone, right?
Yeah, perfect.
And the Wyndham Garden has the Garden Cafe breakfast area, so we do have.
Well, you're speaking my language now. We can get lunch, we can get dinner, we can get drinks,
go.
and we can get breakfast.
Settle down, dude. Settle down.
See where my mind is going. Hotels? What?
Ladies, what promotions do you have going on right now?
We have, well, for meeting spaces, we're booking holiday parties. So anyone that books a holiday party between now and September 15th gets a free case of house wine.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's tremendous. And now is the time to do it. Like, don't wait. Get it over with. Like, book it now.
That's so true, because that's the kind of thing you wait to do,
Yeah.
and then you're scrambling at the end. But
Absolutely.
I mean, you had me at house wine. We're getting there. But that sounds wonderful. So that's great. But now let's talk a little bit about. Obviously, there's a lot of newness because you've got basically 4 different sort of entities. I'm sure things are changing constantly, but tell us a little bit about what's new.
Well, we just actually are finishing all the carpet and all the rooms, all the painting in the rooms. We have stuff scheduled to redo Tuscany.
And the rooms that you're talking about, Wyndham.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sorry.
No, that's okay.
And then I'm not sure about the updates at Candlewood if we're actually doing.
we're waiting until
Yes.
Wyndham's done.
Right.
One thing at a time.
Oh, gee, you
Phase
don't want
by
to do
phase.
2 remodels at once.
Yeah. Well, we're doing technically a remodel in the restaurant too. So
Trying to
You are doing.
it's already 2
Overwhelm
at
everybody.
once.
Right.
I can't wait to see that at Tuscany because it's already such a beautiful space. It's hard to imagine. I don't know. How can you get a
Something
warmer,
different.
more lovely ambiance? It's already so nice.
You'll
But
love it even better.
well, I can't wait to see
Do
it.
I remember correctly? I think we talked about this previously. Is it kind of geared towards more family friendly?
Yes.
This time around?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's great because we need that as well.
Oh,
well,
yes, we
I
could,
don't.
right?
Jessica does.
Well, that's why they've chosen to do this remodel.
Exactly. Just for
We
you.
know how
my
much he
family.
loves the Tuscany.
Expanding.
So with all of this going on, you must be hiring.
Yes.
What positions are becoming available?
We have night audit, front desk, guest services, houseman,
Housekeeping.
housekeeping, shuttles, drivers.
Yes.
Okay.
And then at the restaurant,
Yes, servers,
basically
bartenders.
every position.
Every position you can think of for the restaurant is open and ready to go right now. So
Oh my gosh.
come into the hotel, send resumes to the email addresses that you see on the screen.
And clearly you're going to be working with wonderful people.
Right?
That's true, though. I mean,
We have a great team.
Whether you're looking for a job or looking to stay or just have dinner,
Yeah.
you guys are wonderful folks. You've got a really nice group of people over there. It's always a pleasure to come in any capacity. So, yeah, great spot to work too, I would imagine.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Well, that is tons of fun. And anything that you want to share before you go? Anything fabulous and new and exciting going on in your lives?
No, we're just excited about the restaurant. We're hoping for September, so right around the
Crossing
corner.
fingers.
Oh, you guys
Yes.
you're in high fast mode.
Yes,
Get it
we are
done.
trying to.
Okay. Well, fantastic. And you do not need to be staying at the hotel to go to the restaurant.
Right.
So just, I know that
That's
well.
a really good, yeah, that's a really good point to make.
So make sure you go see these guys out in Fitchburg. This is Portia and Nicole with the Wyndham Garden Hotel, and really with Hatchery Hill Hotels, the entity. So thanks, ladies, so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to be back with more Girl Talk after the break. Stick with us.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are at Rubens Furniture today in downtown Madison, and it is just awesome. We always love being here, and it's so great. And I want to talk about this table too a little bit later. It's like a yin and yang kind of thing.
You're right. It is
But it is kind of cool. You can separate them and bring them apart. But anyways, right now.
Shiny object.
Yeah, right? But first, we're joined by Beverly Broyles, and you are the Director of Communications
Yes.
with YWCA Rock County.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about an awesome event coming up
Thank
here
you.
soon.
It is awesome. It is going to take place on August the 12th, which is next week.
Okay.
Next Friday, we're coming up on our big event. This is our 10th year, so we're celebrating our
10th year.
10th anniversary. We figured totaled over the 10 years, we have walked over 1,000 miles
Wow, that's
with
incredible.
the number of participants. Yes.
And I'm sure you heard of the event before. It's called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes.
Yes.
And so I think people do know the name of
They
those
do.
events.
They
They're all
should
over
know
the country.
it's a national event that takes place. Not only YWs are doing it, but other organizations as well. It was founded by Frank Baird in 2001 when he first proposed this for an organization in California, the Valley Trauma Center. He then formed his own 501c3. So all of us are partners that participate each year in a Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. So we're listed on their national calendar. And it's just been an amazing way to create and increase an awareness of domestic violence, not only in our community, Rock County, but nationwide. Frank started it to increase an awareness of men particularly and to get them to be actively involved in fighting against domestic violence. Fighting is probably not the correct word to use, but in bringing an end to domestic violence. It has since evolved into an event that encourages women, children, families, as well as men to participate. But we do feature men in our walk who wear high heels.
I love that.
Yay! Really cool.
That is so neat.
It is literally walking in her shoes. So
I
that
love
not
that.
only to experience what women sometimes are suffering from, 1 out of every 4 women are experiencing domestic violence, 1 out of every 7 men have experienced domestic violence in their lives. So we're creating an awareness, and walking in her shoes is quite literally taking an opportunity to walk in the life of a woman and to help bring an end to domestic violence.
Oh, I love that.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, just laying down the origin for us. That's tremendous.
Yeah, some people don't realize that, and you know, even locally, they think it was just our own invention of the walk. But it's a national campaign, which is important to us because we want it to be an end to domestic violence nationwide.
Absolutely.
So as this national campaign, what is the fundraising support?
The fundraising support for us is it supports our domestic violence shelter, which is part of our Alternatives to Violence program, and it also supports our Transitions for Women. We offer 11 apartments for women who have made the decision to leave their abuser, to become financially empowered, and to become independent. So it's really awesome. And so we house the women and their children for about 18 months. And during that period of time, we help them with their resume, we help them with education, we help them with computer literacy, and they do pay a stipend for their rent, so they have to be employed, and we help them with all of those things.
Getting a fresh start, it sounds like.
Absolutely, and it empowers them, and we are so thrilled because we are often revisited by some of our success stories, of which there are many, and it's just a thrilling, heartwarming to see these women who have come through such an ordeal.
Let's talk a little bit more about the walk.
Sure.
So they say when you want to take a walk in someone else's shoes, you have to take off your own first. And that's what you're
Absolutely.
exactly asking.
Absolutely. We're taking off your own shoes. We have hundreds of shoes that we can share with particularly men. We have up to size 17
Oh, wow.
in our red high heels.
Excellent.
and
We
they're
recommend
really
some cushion,
cool.
guys.
Yes.
Yes,
You'll
they,
need it.
someone wears heavy socks. And sometimes the shoes after a mile don't come back in the same condition
Sure.
that they left.
And they don't have to wear
They
the
don't
shoes.
have to. No, flip-flops are fine. You know, just walk.
I can only imagine the before and after photos.
I know. They are funny. They are funny. We do have prizes for the best shoe. And we have prizes for the teams. The teams are created and they raise money for their team. And there's a prize for the team that raises the most money. And for the most creative uniform, they usually are wearing some type of apparel
Oh, I love that.
that is, significant to make them look like a team. And it's very festive for a very serious cause.
Perfect. Well, wonderful. Beverly, thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you.
And if you're
thank you.
interested in the event, you can check them out online, I'm sure, at their website.
Yes.
And even if you probably just typed it into Google, I'm sure it would just
Absolutely, and it's
right up.
www.ywcawalkamile.org.
perfect. Beverly Broyles with YWCA Rock County, thank you again.
Thank
And
you.
we'll be back with Girl Talk right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're in our final segment here. If you've been in the market for leather furniture, you'll want to sit in on this segment. The folks here at Rubens are ready to help. So we are at Rubens Furniture, downtown Madison, and with us we have JJ, one of the interior designers here at Rubens. Thanks for joining us today.
Welcome. Good morning.
And Ellen, I got to say, you're kind of out on this. We've got all these J's going on, and you are
know.
odd girl.
Gelin. There we go. You gelin.
Jellin.
you
Jellin
fit
with
in.
Ellen.
JJ, how long have you been with Rubens?
As of July 15th of this year, it's 33 years.
Oh my goodness. Not many people can claim that longevity in a job these days.
That's true.
So you must know what's going on by now, huh?
I continue to learn. It's a lot of excitement and adventures.
Cool, that's great.
Well, lots is happening for folks at home too, the month of August. So if you haven't taken advantage of JJ's expertise yet, this might be a good time to do so, because first of all, congratulations on celebrating such an incredible milestone personally
you.
and
Thank you.
professionally. I think that is, to Janet's point, not a lot of people stay in jobs like that in a long-term career like you have, and I think that's a trait that is maybe becoming less and less. So congrats. It's
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you. Actually, I've been here 33 years. I've been doing design for 43.
Wow.
So it's been a long haul.
Yeah, absolutely.
So JJ, you started when you were 10, it sounds
No,
like.
no. I'm 63 now, so it's been a while. I did start when I was younger, though, and it was just a passion of mine that I always enjoyed.
Wow.
And
Held you through.
let's talk a little bit about what's happening more specifically at Rubens. So there's some wonderful opportunities, like Janet mentioned, to maybe get some. This is the time to buy leather, I understand.
Oh, August is a wonderful time because people are thinking of their homes again. They're wanting to get ready for that school season and, of course, the big entertainment season. Now is the time to order things. We're going to be having a wonderful new promotion with a company called HTL that'll have in-stock merchandise. Normally we special order everything, so it'll be quite nice to have a product that we can give you some instant gratification with.
That is so true, and becoming more and more the demand. It seems like sometimes there are folks out there that don't want to wait, and
Right.
this is a wonderful opportunity.
Or they think that if they go shopping today, they're going to get it today.
Right.
Right.
So that way, our buyers here were able to anticipate the needs of the clients, because this season is coming up quite quickly. And toward the end of the month, we're even having an American Leather Sleeper Sale, which is given by the American Leather Company, which is a nice promotion to be able to order the product so that you can get it in by the, there's Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. Believe it or not, it's 90 degrees today, but we'll be thinking ahead of those seasons.
Now, is it only sofas and love seats for that leather sale?
Well, we have sectionals. The one that we're sitting on will be on a promotion.
And it's so comfy.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's
beautiful.
It's
So
nice
comfy.
Italian leather, and a lot of people aren't aware that leather can be cool in the summer and warm in the winter because it adjusts to your body temperature. Plus, it's very easy to clean and maintain.
And
That's
it
the
does
best
kind of
part.
breathe too. So.
Oh, it does definitely breathe. With the Italian leather, it's just not a surface dyed leather. The leather is dyed all the way through, which allows the leather to breathe.
And I've heard it said that leather is a great piece to get because leather wears in, whereas fabric wears out.
Correct.
Is that-
The
like
more that
that.
you use the leather, the softer it becomes, the more attractive it comes. It actually develops a nice new personality every season.
Little
like that.
character.
I like that.
Where are most of your leather manufacturers located?
Well, right now we have a company that comes from Canada, also a company that comes from Texas, believe it or not, and California. So it's a lot of domestic leather, whereas in the past, if you were going to get this quality of leather, you would have to order it from Italy. But now you can buy domestic leather at domestic prices and get it much quicker.
Much quicker, I would imagine, yeah.
Cuts down on that wait time, like you said, for a little bit better instant gratification.
Correct. We're all for that instant gratification.
So let's talk a little bit too about some of the floor sample items. So there are a couple things on like floor sample sale. Will you elaborate on that for us?
Well, again, August is kind of like our new year in furnishings. You know, it's the new fashion season.
Yes.
So to make room for the new, we have to get rid of the old. And in some cases, it was because the fabric is discontinued or the manufacturer has decided to change the styling. So we can no longer just show it on our showroom floor as a sample. It would have to be put on a floor sample sale, and then we can make room for the new items that are coming in.
Sure.
So
Boy,
we all
that-
benefit.
Yeah, that's even more instant gratification. You are walking out the door, I would imagine, right?
Well,
With
yes,
that item,
yes.
perhaps?
I mean, we have a lot of clients that we're all interior designers here, so we've all planned projects for clients, and we let people know ahead of time when these promotions are going to be coming up, and let them know ahead of time what items might be put on to the floor clearance sale, so they can take advantage of those promotions that we
I
have.
got a lovely picture in my head of Janet walking out the door with a sofa in her heels.
Just carrying the whole
Just carrying it by yourself, yeah. You had a a good breakfast this morning.
I did,
Jada
yes.
Means.
I'm ready for that new sofa. Boy, do I need one too.
Oh, okay. Well, we can provide one.
Sure.
I thought that was very interesting what you just mentioned, though. By having a relationship with one of the interior designers, you get sort of that inside track of what might be coming up, and if it's a floor sample that might go on sale.
Well, I think that's what sets Rubens aside from other places, and the fact is that we try to develop a personal relationship with our clients as far as in their home and their home situation, because it's very expensive to do a whole home all at one time. So what we try to do is to make a plan for you when we come out to your house and to measure and talk to you about your specific needs. So that way we can maybe do one room at a time or one concept at a time.
Sure.
And I want to make sure that we touch really fast before we go on the fact that utilizing your interior design services is not an extra charge. That's
Oh, no,
all
it's-
part of what you do.
It's part of the service that we provide here for clients.
Yeah.
So that people think working with a designer is going to cost more money. Well, it's like working with a good chef. You can make something out of anything, you know. So we don't put our own taste in people's homes. We try to define what the taste of the client is and what their budget is, because we work with any kind of budget that you might have for your home. So if you just want to start with maybe the leather sofa, and then we can have a plan of what chairs or accents or accessories we're going to put with it.
All right.
That's
Well,
so nice.
And JJ's the guy to go to. Over 30 years of experience here at Rubens, even more. If we count since your
Yes.
day one.
Yeah.
I'm getting older as we speak.
We all are. Thank you so much, JJ. We really appreciate your time
Well, thank
today.
you for having me.
And that's it for Girl Talk from all of us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Channel 57.